I want to apologize in advance for my level of excitement and loudness that you will clearly hear and see when I show you the clips from my car when I picked up this penny box that I'm about to show you. Let me cut to those clips and we'll come right back. Guys, I walked into Bank of America today to get a box of pennies for my Bank Battle series. And I can't use this for the Bank Battle series. I cannot use this box for the Bank Battle series because let me flip the camera around and show you what I just got handed in my hands. In my hands. Let me show you what I see in this box of pennies. All right, so here's the box of pennies. It's dated June 2018. Nothing big about that. You can clearly see this box is sealed. I have not done anything to open it. It's completely sealed, both sides. But it is the box that has the holes in the bottom. Oh, I picked up my $50 too. It is the box with the holes in the bottom. Guys, let's go through these holes in the bottom. And let's see what we see here. Wheat penny ender. 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 Are you kidding me? I don't want to open this till I get home, but I just wanted to show you. When I get home, we're going to check both sides. But I think I see 7, 8, or 9 wheat penny enders just on this side that I can see through. Unbelievable. So as you can see, guys, I was really excited. I'm still very excited. I've got a box I haven't opened yet. We'll get to the opening here in a second. I just want to preface this with, I have never, ever, ever found more than a couple of wheat penny enders in any box I've ever hunted. So I'm just super excited. Let's flip this camera around. Let's get this box looked at one more time, and let's crack it open and see how many wheat penny enders there really are. As an FYI, my record wheat pennies ever found in a bank sealed box is 25, which I just found a few days ago. Let's get into this box. So here it is. This is the box we're going to get into. I want to show it first. It says June 9th, 2018. So I'm really excited about that. Let's get a live opening and see if we have any wheat cent enders on this side as well. Man, I hope this is a good collection dump and not just a 50s and 40s collection dump. We'll know here shortly though, won't we? Let's open up this side and see what we got on this side. All right, we'll start with the first row. We'll check all these probablys as well, but for now I just want to see what stands out for sure. That's one for sure, so there is 9. I can see a 5 on that one. We'll check that in a minute. That's a 1940 something. So that's going to be number 10. There's number 11 right here. That says 50 something, we don't know. There's number 11, 12. That's a 40 something, so that's 13. That's a 50 something, we don't know. There's 16, 17, 18. We have at least 18 wheat cent enders that we know for sure we can see the date. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull these rolls out and I'm going to lay them out so you can see all the ones that have a confirmed wheat cent ender. I'm going to check these ones with the dates that you can't see, and I'll come right back. So I've checked both sides. I'm already going to set a record with just end coins. We have 29 sides or ends that have a wheat cent ender. I've checked the dates on the ones that look like them as well as the ones that are obvious. Some of these are double enders And I'll show those before I open the rolls. But there's a handful of double enders as well. And it's just laced with wheat cents, guys. I don't even know what to do. We have 29 wheat penny enders. I didn't see anything older than 41 on the ends, I'll be honest. So it's very possible this is going to be a whole bunch of 40s and 50s in this box. But I'm not going to complain. We have 29 wheat penny enders. Out of the 100 coins we can see, 29% of them are wheat pennies. I could have, at this rate, 750 wheat pennies in the box. Now, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But can you imagine if I even have north of 100, let alone 200 or 300 or 400? Man, I've talked long enough. Some of you are going to complain that I'm not getting into the hunt. If we get through a lot of rolls that have a lot of wheat pennies and they're all 40s and 50s and nothing fancy or schmancy, then I will definitely go back to my normal style of hunts. But let's go ahead and get this camera set up and get this hunt going. Holy cow. All right, roll number 6. It's our first roll that has a wheat penny ender, and it actually has a wheat penny ender on both sides. So that's a good sign. Hard to believe with this many enders, we went through the first 5 rolls without finding a wheat penny. But you never know where they are sitting in the hopper, and you never know how many we're going to end up with. But let's get this roll opened, and that's a good sign. That is a lot of copper. Let's see what we got in this roll. This looks pretty stacked. I can already see it stacked, guys. I'm going to bring the camera down for this so you guys can get a better look. Let's take a look here together. So the first one, a 51D. We're just going to pull out wheat pennies. The second one, a 58D. The next one, a 58D. Right behind it, 57D. Here's another one, 58D. Few coins later, the 1940p. Few coins later, 44p. Let's keep looking. A 41D. A 55D. A 52D. A 44D. A 56D. A 44. A 51D. A 56D. This is unbelievable. A 57D. A 53D. A 58D. It's like every penny. 56D. A 46p. A 42p. A 41D. A 1940p. A 46p. And a 58D. We had more Wheaties than non-Wheaties, or at least 50-50 in that roll, which is good because we went through the first 5 with nothing. Nothing valuable, nothing old here. Nothing is in great shape. Let me get these sorted and give you a wrap-up of this one roll. But I think now we start the Wheatie barrage. Roll number 6 had 15 from the 50s and 10 from the 40s. 25 wheat pennies in roll number 6. Nothing in the first 5. You can see we have more rolls with Wheaties in them. So we'll see if the ones without any wheat cent enders actually have any Wheaties in them. But oh my goodness, 25. We've tied our record on the 6th roll of the box. Roll number 8. It's got a wheat penny on this end and a wheat penny on this end. So we know both ends are wheat pennies. The last time we saw something like that, we had 26 in that roll. Let's see what this one looks like. And I'm pretty certain that's going to be a lot more. Yeah, that's going to be a lot more. Let me bring the camera down for you guys so we can get a good look at it. Let's kick it off. 41p, 46D, 49S, 49, 56D, 45D. Here's a 46P. Wow, it's literally almost every one. 44D, 44D, 52D, 58D, 44D, 56D, 58D, 46D, 45, 42, and judging by what I'm seeing, 44p, looks like we got a 40s and 50s wheat dump, which I will take. 51. So what I think I'll do for the rest of this video, guys, so that we don't have you looking at every single wheat penny that I'm looking at that's mostly common, is I will, 53D, just loop you in if I get something pre-1940 or if I get something like a 55 plane that we get to inspect. Because at this pace, this video will be an hour long. All right, so we're 10 rolls in. We have, it's weird, exactly 50 wheat pennies, 25 from the 40s and 25 from the 50s. And like I said earlier, we also found that 1947 King George VI Canadian cent. So pretty good start to the box. Nothing really old yet. Like I said, it could be a 40s and 50s dump. But 50 after the first 10 rolls is a good spot to be in, especially when the first 5 had none. Let's go and get to the roll number 11. And like I said, I'll give you guys wrap-ups every so often to let you know where we're at. Unless I find something epic. So roll 13 has back-to-back wheat penny enders. And the last 2 rolls I opened like that on camera had 25 or more wheat pennies in the roll. This roll feels heavy, believe it or not. You can definitely feel when the majority is copper. Let me get this roll open, laid down, and then we'll take a look together again. So as you can see, it clearly looks like we're going to have a lot more wheat pennies. It's just crazy when you open a roll and you see so many wheat ears and high reliefs. And you're just like, how are you guys doing down there? So let's see what we got here again. Probably a lot of 40s and 50s is what we've been seeing. 55, 42, 51, 56, 56, 57, 53, 52, 41, 51. It's a nice 57D. 44 that's worn. A 50. A 55D. A 46S. 44D. 44D, 41D, a 57D, a 40, 48D, 45, a 50D, 45, 48D, 52D, 44D, a 51, and a 55D. It's going to be well over 25 or 30 in that one as well, guys. I don't need to give you a wrap up. Like I said, this is looking more and more like a collection dump of 40s and 50s Wheaties. Maybe we can find some oldies in there that they missed. But at the end of the day, we'll keep stacking them like this. And we've got lots more to go. We are officially 20 rolls in. And we have 152 wheat pennies. All from 1940 to 1958 so far. So a little discouraging because I was so excited about the enders, but it looks like it's going to be a 40s and 50s dump. All I can hope is that maybe it changes as it goes through the box. Who knows? Not that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. 152 Wheaties in the first 20 rolls is ridiculous. But they're all common. We have no steel cents. We have no 55 Philadelphias. And really none of the more rare mint marks either in these. So we're going to keep trudging along, and hopefully we can find a couple of oldies in there. But I am curious to see how many we end up with. What do you guys think? 300? 400? 500 or more? Who knows? 30 rolls in, 241 wheat pennies found. The best find so far, a 1919D. And we did find one 1955 Philadelphia, not the DDO, of course. But I got the 40s here, the 50s here, the cool 50, and the only teens Wheaties so far. Also got a few other finds, but at the end of the day, 240-something Wheaties after the first 30 rolls is pretty good. On top of that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wheat cent enders, plus 9 and 10. Well, we're on roll 36, and the stacks keep growing. We do have a couple of 1919s now. One's a D, one's a P. A couple of 55 Ps, and both not the DDO. Hunting this roll, lots of Wheaties, but check this out. It's a 1930S. It's not a key or semi-key, but still less than 25 million minted. And they might have thought it was a 50. Because when I first saw it, I did a double take. Because I've been seeing so many 1950s, but it's a 1930S. That is the find of the box so far. Hopefully there's more like it. Forgot to do a wrap up before this last roll, but I'm on roll 41, or completed 41 rolls. And now we have 395 wheat pennies. 395 wheat pennies. We might hit 500. And we still have lots of enders to go. Since it's the last roll of the box, I figured, well, and it's got a wheat penny ender on both sides. I figured I'd open it live for you guys and show you what we've been looking at. It's been a 40s and 50s wheat penny dump. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have them, but really wish we would have found some more varieties in the years. Could have been really epic, but when we get this final tally, it's going to be ridiculous as well. And take a look at that. You can just see the amount of copper we got in here. So I'm going to lay them down for you for fun. And we're going to go ahead and go through them and see what we got in this final roll. Well, I'll go through them myself, but I just want to pan through them and show you the sheer amount of wheat pennies that these rolls are getting. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Maybe we got some oldies in here, who knows. Let me finish this roll and we'll get you a tally. Well, we finished that epic box of wheat pennies, guys, and here's the wrap up. 2 teens, which was 2 1919s, one's a D, one's a P. 130s, which was a 1930S. 232 from the 40s. That's 9 of those rows plus those. 232. 314 from the 50s. That's the rest. A grand total of 549 Wheaties, which is 11 full rolls. I've scored big wheat penny dumps from customer wrapped, of course. But in a machine box, a box you picked up from the bank, machine wrapped, I have never seen a bigger Wheaties score, ever. I don't think I'll ever break that new record for a machine wrapped box, ever. I may not have had a lot of key dates or great semi-key date finds or really any miraculously looking awesome pennies. Let's be honest. They're all just your standard 40s and 50s Wheaties with a few teens, and I guess the find of the box was a 30S, which they probably thought was a 1950 D and tossed in there because their eyes were tired of looking at all these wheat pennies. And who knows? Maybe I missed one in there. It's tough to look through that many. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm happy to have found that many wheat pennies in a machine box. I don't know of anyone else who's found one like this. I would love to watch someone else's video. Granted, it would have been nice if I got 1/4 of those with a good mix of teens, 20s, and 30s in there as well. But 549 Wheaties, 11 full rolls worth almost. Pfft, I'll take that every box. You know you would too. On top of that, we did get 11 09s. And let's not forget, early on, we found a 1947 King George VI Canadian. We also grabbed a couple of 59s, and we got to scrutinize 169S. Not the DDO, but a good-looking penny nonetheless. Now I've got to get them sorted by years. Then I've got to go through my cherry picker guide and scrutinize them even further for the ones that I might have varieties on. Who knows? But that's for another video. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this epic hunt, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. And thanks for watching. I wonder if the sibling box has all the oldies in it.